For years, it's been fair to say that professional content creators have passed action cameras by in favour of more traditional cinema cameras. But all this is set to change with the release of the Action 6. With impressive new features, this new device will be a go-to B camera for those filming lots of action sequences. Think professional automotive filmmakers, or any pro who is filming something that could put their gear at risk or is working in a tight environment where larger cameras are unsuitable. Why this about to turn? Well, because the DJI Action 6 is positioned as a significant step forward in the action camera market, primarily by introducing the industry's first variable aperture, a feature that fundamentally alters how light, depth of field, and image quality are managed in such a compact device. DJI's Action 6 breaks away from the fixed aperture convention of traditional action cameras. Its core strength lies in combining a large 1/1.1 inch sensor with robust low light capabilities enabled by the variable aperture system, f2 to f4. This combination, along with 10-bit D-Log-M support and advanced stabilization, makes the Action 6 an exceptionally versatile tool for professional creators who demand high image quality and post-production flexibility across diverse shooting conditions, especially in low light. So let's talk more about the groundbreaking headline feature. That variable aperture is the defining headline of DJI's Action 6, providing creative control previously unavailable in this class of camera. So if you use the auto mode, as the name suggests, this will automatically adjust the variable aperture to maximize light intake in low light scenarios. If you use a large fixed aperture of f2, this is designed specifically for low light performance. And if you use the f4 fixed aperture, this will help you create distinctive 6-point starburst effects from point light sources, a creative effect often sought after by filmmakers. This flexibility allows users to control depth of field and expose more precisely, eliminating the need to rely solely on ND filters, which can be added to this camera. Now, like its predecessors, the Action 6 is very robust and can operate down to -20 degrees in cold weather, so you're not going to have a problem. And it offers up to 240 minutes of operating time. But of course, the batteries are the same, and they're compatible with older DJI Action models. So if you've got, say, the 5 or the 4 or the 3, you can use the same batteries and just pop them in there. There's 64 gigabytes of built-in storage, 50 gigabytes of which is usable, and this will be welcomed by pros seeking extra capacity or for those moments when you may have misplaced your micro SD card. Now, the Action 6 has this brand new 1/1.1 inch square sensor, and this is an improvement on the Action 5 Pro, which had a 1/1.3 sensor, and DJI says this will deliver up to 13.5 stops of dynamic range. And that's a massive improvement in video quality, especially when you're shooting in those low light conditions. Now, it seems clear that DJI is chasing video quality over resolution numbers. GoPro can shoot 5.7K, but the Action 6 tops out at 4K 120 in 4:3 ratio. Now, that's still enough for most videographers, and when you see the quality, it's clear that 4K footage is really, really great. And because of the square design of the sensor, those shooting TikTok footage, Instagram Reels, you can shoot in portrait footage and just get that true 4K quality. It's really impressive. A quick word on photo stills. This camera can shoot 38 megapixel burst shooting, and I've been quite impressed by the stills files actually, especially when you shoot in RAW. You can drag back the highlights, you can reveal the shadows, so that sensor works as well for stills as it does for video. DJI's Action 6 is built for professional post-production workflows, providing capabilities far beyond typical 8-bit action cameras. Remember, the Action 6 boasts synergy with the wider DJI ecosystem, and a great example of this is the ability to connect to not one but 2 mic units from DJI's audio lineup, and that includes the Mic 2, Mic 3 and Mic Mini devices. Enabling the connection of dual audio devices will enable content creators to use the Action 6 to record interviews without awkwardly needing to pass the mic between subjects, which, let's face it, never looks good on camera. Both standard and D-Log-M modes support 10-bit color depth, offering far more color information and flexibility during grading compared to the 8-bit standard of many competitors. So that log profile, it looks really good, gives you far more tolerance to edit back at the computer, and ultimately will lift up the production values of your videos. As you'd expect, the Action 6 benefits from stabilization. It's got the Rocksteady 3.0 and 3.0 Plus, and you're going to need it if you're doing some real heavy-duty fast action sequences. So that stabilization, albeit electronic, comes in very, very handy. Now, the footprint of the camera, although it has the same form factor, it is actually a little bit wider than the Action 5 Pro, and it does feature the front and back screens. They're quite bright, they're touch sensitive, they work really well, and they have anti-fingerprint coating, so you won't get them very smeary. They keep them nice and clean. Now, one other thing I wanted to talk to you about is the accessories that are available for the Action 6, because not only has DJI brought out the Action 6, but it's made two very cool lens accessories available, and these are sold separately. So the first one we can talk about is an FOV boost, and this is a very cool lens accessory. You unscrew this lens here and you add it on the front, and it expands the field of view to 182 degrees. And that is a big deal. It makes you for a much wider field of view, and that has loads of applications, especially if you're shooting, say, inside a car and you want to capture both the driver and the passenger. And the second one is a macro lens. And this enables a minimum focusing distance of down to just 11 centimeters, typically from around 35 centimeters. So there's a big difference here. It's very cool. It has a ring you turn to sort of change from macro to infinity. And this will really come into its own if you're shooting smaller details and you want to get up close and capture them in 4K. Now, this does compromise the waterproof element of the Action 6 to a little degree. You can still get, there's still splash resistance. In rain you'll be absolutely fine, but you wouldn't want to go deep sea diving with these attached to the camera. So there we go, that is the DJI Action 6. It's not just a minor update, this is a major innovation defined by its unique variable aperture. The feature, coupled with the large sensor, 10-bit color and comprehensive stabilization, pushes it firmly into the professional content creator space. If you're an existing action camera user, the Action 6, thanks to that 1/1.1 inch sensor, will justifiably be a good upgrade. And if you're a traditional cinema camera user, but you're frightened to put this into dangerous spaces, then it's well worth investing in the Action 6. What do you think about this camera? Will you be using it? Do you like the upgrades? Let us know in the comments section, and thanks for watching.